This is music. Gravity problem.
Good afternoon, and welcome to our annual scholarship recognition ceremony. This event is one of the highlights of our academic year. I've always thought it was a great way to begin the semester, since it offers a wonderful picture of how the MUSC pharmacy family is truly connected. Scholarships enable students to make connections to the faculty, to each other, to the alumni, to the curriculum, to the profession, and to all the many components of the MUSC pharmacy experience. Our celebration today gives us a rare opportunity to see some of those connections actually embodied in the form of a scholarship that passes from the donor to the recipient. In some ways, it's a baton which many of today's recipients may eventually pass on to runners not yet in the race. For the past few months, we've planned and looked forward to having this event in person. The resurgence of the virus made that impossible, and so we had to switch to the virtual in the last minute. I truly appreciate the resilience of everyone participating today. Thank you for being part of this moment. A few virtual meeting reminders as we get started. We're asking that participants mute their microphone during the ceremony. Also, this is an active meeting, so others will be able to see you if you choose to keep your camera on. We are also streaming the ceremony on the college's YouTube channel, where the recording will remain if you'd like to share with friends and family. Lastly, Zoom has a chat function, and we hope you'll celebrate, encourage, thank, congratulate each other using this function. Feel free to submit other questions or comments there too. We will try to address them if time permits. In today's program, we recognize each donor and scholarship recipient and have a chance to hear from some of our student leaders. Bernard Best, class of 2022, is our keynote speaker. I'm delighted to share that because of the generosity of many individuals, organizations, corporations, the college has the privilege of presenting 58 titled scholarships today, representing 80 individual awards. I'm especially proud to share that the combined student financial support awarded for 2021 academic year has surpassed $1 million, which, thanks to each of you, is the most support the college has given out in a single year. Thank you very much. Before we begin recognizing our donors and student recipients, I'd like to recognize this year's MUSC College of Pharmacy Honors and Awards Scholarship Committee for their hard work in selecting and distributing these well-deserved scholarships. Dr. Nicole Bohm chairs the committee. Members include Dr. Anthony DeClue, Dr. Annalisa Neneman, Dr. Jennifer Wisniewski, Dr. Kathy Worrell, Ms. Faye Ratliff, and Ms. Megan Draper. Following tradition, we will recognize all named scholarship and student recipients. We have created slides to help everyone put a face to a name. Given the large number of scholarships awarded, we will read only a brief description and announce the donor and students recipients for each scholarship. We will recognize the scholarship recipients within 3 categories: endowed, restricted, and annual. An endowed scholarship within the MUSC Foundation generates a scholarship award once the fund reaches the $50,000 level. The interest then accrued supports the ongoing annual scholarship. Currently, the college has 38 endowed funds supporting scholarships, 28 of which will be awarded today. Our first scholarship is the Robert D. Alicia Aranio Craft Endowed Scholarship, which was created in 2017 to support exceptional students pursuing the profession of pharmacy. Danielle Greco and Alyssa Murioka are this year's Robert D. and Alicia Aranio Craft Scholars. Alicia's father, Michael P. Aranio, established the Michael Aranio Endowed Scholarship in 1992 to support academically qualified students. Caroline Gable Donaldson is the recipient of this scholarship. The Howard Brooks Class of '66 Endowed Scholarship was established in 2017 to assist the college in recruiting and retaining underrepresented minority students. Devondra Ramsey is this year's recipient. The T.E. Childress and J.P. O'Brien Endowed Scholarship was established in 1995 by Ed Childress and John O'Brien, who were classmates and business partners in long-term care pharmacy. This year's recipient is Amanda Newton. The Charles and Carol Cooper Endowed Scholarship was established in 1992 by Mr. Cooper, a member of the class of 1965. The Cooper family continued to support the college and MUSC in many ways. This year's scholarship is awarded to Bethany Burnett. The John and Louise Cormier PharmD MBA Endowed Scholarship supports deserving MUSC College of Pharmacy students who have successfully enrolled in the PharmD MBA program. Amy Ackershuk is this year's recipient. The Dr. Alvin Dodds Endowed Scholarship is named for Dr. Alvin Dodds, a graduate from the class of 1949 who served on the faculty for almost 35 years. This year's recipient is Kylie Kim. The Chris Dunmeyer Memorial Scholarship is given in the memory of Christopher Dunmeyer, a 2006 graduate of the College of Pharmacy who died in a car accident in 2007. The scholarship has been endowed by Christopher's parents as a permanent tribute to him. This year's scholarship is awarded to Brianna Slavin. The Dr. William H. Golod Endowed Scholarship was established by Bill and Marcia Golod. Bill is the Dean and Professor Emeritus of the College of Pharmacy. This year's recipient is Alexis Gadsden. The next scholarship is the Doctors Philip David and Raina Kneiper Hall Endowed Scholarship. Raina and I created this scholarship in 2018 to support academically qualified students. We are excited to present the scholarship to Luke Nesbitt. The Colonel Michael Heath Endowed Scholarship was created to support pharmacy education and MUSC College of Pharmacy students. Sarah Wyatt is the recipient of this year's scholarship. We are excited to announce the creation of the James L. Hodges Class of 71 Alumni Association Scholarship. This scholarship was created in May by the MUSC Alumni Association in recognition of Mr. Hodges' 50th reunion. Mr. Hodges was the first African-American graduate of the MUSC College of Pharmacy. The recipient is Amber Carter. The Robert C. Hubbard Class of 69 Endowed Scholarship was established in 2017 by Rob's wife, Claudia, in recognition of his service and leadership to MUSC and the profession of pharmacy. This year's scholarship is awarded to Taylor Thewox. The Dr. and Mrs. Arnold W. Carrig Endowed Scholarship was established in 2002 by Dr. and Mrs. Carrig. Dr. Carrig is Dean and Professor Emeritus of MUSC. Ms. Carrig passed away unexpectedly last month, leaving an incredible legacy of faith, family, and pharmacy. She was a USC pharmacy graduate and completed her residency here at the Medical University of South Carolina. Luke Nesbitt is this year's recipient. The Dr. M.A. Lee Class of 2004 Endowed Diversity Scholarship was created in 2017 under the leadership of Dr. Maurice Lee, a 2004 graduate of the MUSC College of Pharmacy. This award benefits a deserving underrepresented minority student as he or she pursues a career in pharmacy. Bernard Best is our 2001 recipient, 21. The Low Country Diagnostics Endowed Scholarship was established in 2001 by Mary Stewart Murphy and is awarded to students interested in nuclear pharmacy. This year's recipient is Jory Morgan. I am honored to announce the inaugural recipient of the Julian E. and Ann M. McGill Endowed Scholarship Fund. This scholarship was originally established in the honor of Dr. Julian McGill, who served the College of Pharmacy for 27 years. In October of 2020, the McGills endowed the scholarship and changed the name to honor both Julian and Ann. This year's recipient is Analia Pirana. Mr. John P. O'Brien, along with his wife Betty, established the John P. and Betty J. O'Brien Endowed Scholarship. This year's recipient is Nicole Piuskowski. Nicole Piuskowski. The Barbara Gaskins Platt, class of 1980 Memorial Scholarship was created in memory of Barbara Gaskins Platt by her husband John and has since been supported by their son Todd. Barbara was a member of the class of 1980, and this year's recipient is Alexander Gray Duke. The Vivian Platt Senior Memorial Endowed Scholarship was established by Vivian F. Platt, Jr. in the honor of his father. Andrea Lewis is this year's recipient. The Dr. and Mrs. Blake F. Putney Endowed Scholarship was established in 2016 to benefit students who exhibit the same passion and dedication to the pharmacy profession as Dr. Putney. This year's recipients are Cameron Brakefield and Casey Cummings. The Harry L. Rickenbacker Endowed Scholarship was established in 2001 to honor Dr. Rickenbacker, a member of the College of Pharmacy class of 1969, who went on to receive his degree in dental medicine. This year's recipient is Edward Boast III. The Dick and Emily Schwerin Endowed Scholarship was established in 2001. This year, Dick passed away, and for pharmacy students who exhibit exceptional merit, academic merit. Brittany Houston is this year's recipient. Mr. Thomas G. Slaughter established the Thomas G. Slaughter Endowed Scholarship to support students who demonstrate high moral character and a desire to impact society through pharmacy. Lynn Hazard and Drew Sauk are this year's recipients. The J. M. Smith Foundation Endowed Scholarship was established in 1995 through the generosity of the J. M. Smith Foundation. This year's scholarship is awarded to Gina Georges. The M. Sharm Stedman Endowed Scholarship was established in the memory of Dr. Sharm Stedman, a member of the class of 1982. The scholarship benefits students who, like Sharm, embrace being a lifetime learner and an advocate for patient care. The 2021 scholarship is awarded to Mitesh Patel and Melina Tiran. The Ralph M. Wilkie Endowed Scholarship was established by Mr. Wilkie, who was an alumnus and a longtime professor in the college. Catherine Barwick, Lauren Beleggi, Amanda Everett, Brianna Slavin, Christopher Taylor, Britton Usher, and Michaela Uskolski are this year's recipients. It is such an honor to announce the creation of the Annie Lee Jurdo Williams Minorities in Pharmacy Low Country Endowment and Scholarship Fund. Shay Manigault and her husband Terrence created this scholarship in memory of Shay's mother. The inaugural recipient of this scholarship is Hillary Reeves. Before concluding the endowed scholarship portion of the ceremony, I'd like to take a moment to recognize 9 scholarships which have been established either through a pledged or planned gift but are not given out today. The Barry M. and Ann Bonk Endowed Scholarship was established by Mr. and Mrs. Bonk through a bequest gift. The Dr. Richard T. Brock and Judith M. Brock Endowment was established by Ms. Brock through a bequest gift. The class of 1969 Endowed Scholarship was established under the leadership of Mr. Rob Hubbard and will provide scholarship support once it is fully funded. The Dr. Justin H. Davis Endowed Scholarship was established through the commitment of Mr. Jim Davis, a longtime member of the MUSC family, pharmacy family, and is named in honor of Jim's son and alumnus, Dr. Justin Davis. Amelia Joan Gross Endowment Fund was established by alumni Joan Gross through a planned gift. Kelly and Candy Hunt established the Kelly and Candy Hunt Class of 95 Endowed Scholarship through a planned gift. Dr. Melanie Lobel established the Dr. Melanie Lobel Pharmacy Endowed Scholarship through a planned gift. The Stevens Family Endowed Fund was created by MUSC Pharmacy alumni Jenny Stevens to support professional development initiatives of students interested in non-traditional pharmacy roles. This will be awarded as a grant during this year. The Dr. Vincent Ping established the Edith and Vincent Ping Endowed Scholarship Fund through a bequest gift. The next category is restricted tribute funds. These scholarships established in the MUSC Foundation are not yet fully endowed at $50,000 level. We have 4 scholarships in this category being awarded today. The Natalie Hare Memorial Scholarship was established in 2005 in memory of Natalie Hare, who is a member of the class of 2007. This year's recipient is Taylor Smalls. The Deborah Gordon Markle Memorial Scholarship Fund was established by Debbie's family in 2004 to provide support to a student who embodies the qualities of professionalism, dedication, and compassion that Debbie embodied. Nicole Arroyo is this year's recipient. The Mr. F. Joseph Hodge Endowed Scholarship Fund was created in 2000. At the time of Mr. Hodge's retirement from the College of Pharmacy, in honor of his distinguished service, this year's recipient is Kristen Bordner. The Ralph M. Wilkie Alumni Association Scholarship, which is awarded through the MUSC College of Pharmacy Alumni Association, was named to honor the dedication of Mr. Ralph Wilkie to the College of Pharmacy and the profession. This year's recipient is Rushan Lee. I'd now like to ask Dr. Kathy Worrell, Associate Dean, to help me recognize our annual scholarship donors and recipients.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm pleased to present the annual scholarships for this year. These scholarships are provided by various donors on an annual basis. We have 26 annual scholarships being recognized today. The Johnny Bethay Class of 92 Scholarship was created in 2020 to support need-based scholarships for MUSC College of Pharmacy students. The inaugural recipient of this scholarship is Jacob Pritchard. The Doctors Lisa and Mitchell Cords Scholarship was established last year by Lisa and Mitch Cords to help support first-generation college students with a GPA of 3.5 or higher. This year's recipient is Caitlin Price. The Dr. Rachel Letter Kokenauer Class of 96 Scholarship was created in 2020 by Dr. Kokenauer to support need-based scholarships for MUSC College of Pharmacy students. The inaugural recipient of this scholarship is Lauren Adams. CVS Health supports 2 separate scholarships for 5 MUSC College of Pharmacy students. The first scholarship is the CVS Health Pharmacy Student Scholarship, awarded to Anna Clara Eckridge, Megan Marie, and Devondra Ramsey. The second scholarship is the CVS Health Spanish Pharmacy Student Scholarship, awarded to Andres Rodriguez and Brenda Maldonado Yanez. The Dottie's Pharmacy Scholarship is supported by Dottie and Scott Fairphone, owners of Dottie's Pharmacy on James Island. Dottie is a member of the class of 1999. This year's Dottie's Pharmacy Scholarship is awarded to Kayla Kleinfeld. The First Choice Pharmacy Scholarship was established by Kelly and Candy Hunt. Kelly and Candy are members of the class of 1995, owners of First Choice Pharmacy in Duncan, South Carolina. This year's scholarship recipient is Christopher Donaldson. The Flanders Incorporated Scholarship was created by Kevin Floyd, a 1978 graduate of the College of Pharmacy. Kevin passed away in 2018, but his legacy continues to impact future generations of pharmacists, including through his two sons, Matthew and Jeff, both MUSC Pharmacy alumni. The scholarship is awarded to Charlene Watson. The Intramed Plus Scholarship was created by the company's CEO and owner, Dr. Varner Richards, and his wife, Lynn, to recognize dedicated students with a passion for the pharmacy profession and an interest in pursuing health systems pharmacy career opportunities. This year's scholarship recipients are Lyric Chaplin, Emily Overly, Kevin Samaku, and Sarah Wyatt. The Kane Scholarship was created by an alumnus in April to support need-based scholarships for MUSC College of Pharmacy students. This year's recipient is Genevieve Eclavia. The Patricia Lott Pharmacy Scholarship was created by Mrs. Patricia Lott, a member of the MUSC College Board of Visitors. This year's recipient of Patricia Lott Pharmacy Scholarship is Paige Austin. The Pharmacy Network Foundation Scholarship is the college's largest annual scholarship, providing 12 scholarships to the following students: Matthew Brock, Larry Cooper, Hannah Epps, Hunter Hanna, Noah Nussbaum, Casey O'Quinn, Bradley Piaskowski, Carolyn Paluda, Taylor Rogers, Keandres Williams, Zipporah Williams, and Brenda Maldonado Yanez. The Phi Delta Chi Scholarship is a need-based award given to an individual who embodies the Phi Delta Chi values of purpose-driven leadership, selfless service, and lifelong learning, with a preference given to an active Phi Delta Chi member. This inaugural scholarship is awarded to Chase Houston. The Phi Lambda Sigma Scholarship is supported by the MUSC College of Pharmacy Phi Lambda Sigma chapter and is awarded to an MUSC pharmacy student who demonstrates dedication, service, and leadership in the advancement of pharmacy. This year's recipient is Emily Overly. The Brian Bailey Pigg Memorial Scholarship was created in 1969 by alumnus Graham Buddy Pigg, along with his wife O'Byrne, in memory of their son, Brian. This year's recipients are Bethany Burnett, Elizabeth Cox, Melissa Ferris, and Regine Johnson. Under the leadership of Dr. Lisa Saladin, Executive Vice President of Academic Affairs and Provost for the Medical University of South Carolina, the Provost Scholarships are awarded to students in each of the 6 colleges at MUSC. The College of Pharmacy recipients are Branday Hardy, Allison Keys, and Daniel Wynn. The Drs. Kelly and Dominic Bergucci Scholarship was created to support an MUSC College of Pharmacy student who has intention of applying for residency or fellowship after graduation. The inaugural recipient of the award is Sarah Taylor. The Rock Hill Treatment Specialist Scholarship was created by Brent Brady to support need-based scholarships for MUSC College of Pharmacy students. Aaron Dougherty is this year's recipient. The South Carolina Pharmacy Association Scholarship, Pharmacy Foundation Scholarship, is provided by the South Carolina Pharmacy Association to support a student who is an active member of the college's APHA Academy of Student Pharmacists. This year's recipient is Samantha Bryce. The Gray and Jan Stewart Scholarship was created in 2020 by the Stewarts to support need-based scholarships for MUSC College of Pharmacy students. The inaugural recipient of this scholarship is Kathleen Polskowski. The Doctors Walt and Lynn Huber Scholarship was created by Walt and Lynn Huber to support a student who has an intent to apply for residency after graduation. This year's recipient is Kathy Lee. The Walgreens Diversity and Inclusion Excellence Award and the Walgreens Multilingual Scholarship are supported through an annual diversity grant from Walgreens. Keandres Williams is this year's recipient of the Walgreens Diversity and Inclusion Excellence Award, and Jane Liu is the recipient of the Walgreens Multilingual Scholarship. The Captain Robert C. Wilkins Class of '77 Memorial Scholarship was created by Colonel Mike Heath in memory of his friend and colleague, Captain Wilkins, who served in the U.S. Air Force from 1965 to 1969 and the U.S. Navy from 1978 to 2004. This year's Captain Robert C. Wilkins Class of '77 Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Ifomo Okonkwo. Lastly, Dr. Patrick M. Wooster, professor and chair, created the Patrick M. Wooster, PhD, Medicinal Chemistry Scholar Award to support a student who excels in basic sciences. This year's recipient is Julia Smoke. Thank you to all the donors and congratulations to all the recipients today. It's now my honor to introduce this year's student keynote speaker, Bernard Best. Bernard is the inaugural recipient of the Dr. M.A. Lee Class of 2004 Endowed Diversity Scholarship, receiving it both in 2020 and 2021. He attended Clemson University and is from Conway, South Carolina. Bernard, thank you for sharing with the group today, and welcome.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Worrell, and good afternoon, everybody. I want to first and foremost say thank you to all of the donors. On behalf of all the recipients, we truly appreciate your contributions. Your generosity is a great proponent in our academic success. I want to give a special thank you to my donor, Dr. Maurice Lee. I also want to give a huge thank you to Dean Hall, Dr. Worrell, and all other parties considering me to speak before you all today. It's truly an honor. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Bernard Best, as Dr. Worrell said. I have a few different nicknames depending on who you ask, but in summary, I'm just a kid from Conway, South Carolina, who grew up, playing sports, hanging out with my friends, outdoors in the neighborhood, and I wasn't really sure what I wanted to be when I grew up, but pharmacy wasn't really in the picture until maybe about my junior year of high school. My guidance counselor, she told me to check it out. And so I did, and as I left Conway High and went on to Clemson, as my time came there and went, I knew pharmacy was what I was going to do, but that dreaded application process came, and it was time to consider where I wanted to spend the next 4 years of my life. And I knew I wanted to stay in the Southeast, and as I thought about the different schools around, it was Georgia and UNC, and I'm a South Carolina guy. I kind of want to stay close to home, and MUSC is the #1 hospital in South Carolina, and they have a great reputation nationwide. And so it was without a doubt where I wanted to spend the next 4 years of my life. And so I went through the application process, and it's lived up to all of my expectations between Dean Hall, Dr. Worrell, and everybody else, and their contributions to our academic success here at the College of Pharmacy. It's really lived up to the expectation. As I was preparing to talk to you all before you all today, I wanted to keep 3 key concepts in mind: run your own race, improve every day, and cherish the now. Firstly, run your own race. You will end up exactly where you belong. In the past, I often thought I knew exactly how a new city was going to be, or exactly what job or how that was going to go, or exactly how our rotation was going to look. And if you ever had similar thoughts, I'm sure you can relate that everything doesn't always end up quite like you envisioned it. And whether a situation ends up being for better or for worse, I think it's important to be thankful for whatever position you end up in. And don't get me wrong, I think it's important to have a list of goals and a plan. But I think we as students, and wherever you are in life, it's really important to be flexible for bumps in the road, because there will be bumps in the road no matter where you go in life. The screensaver on my phone reads, "Be like water." Quote, "Be like water, don't be soda." A bottle of water, think about your body. Think about your body as the bottle. So what's inside is all of your emotions, your reactions, and if you have a bottle of soda and you shake the bottle of soda, what's going to happen when you take the cap off? It's going to explode. The soda's going to go everywhere. If you have a bottle of water and you shake a bottle of water and you take the cap off, it's going to be the same calm water that it was before it was ever shaken. Don't let the outside diversions get you off course and shake up your emotions, end quote. So me personally, I would love to match into a 2-year AmCare residency somewhere far out west. And, it's going to be a huge goal of mine that I continue to pursue. But, I mean, if I don't end up at my number one site, I'm going to be super thankful and make the most out of wherever I end up matching, if residency is even part of my race. You never know what connections you'll end up making wherever you go in life. And it's always good just to make good connections, because you can end up being in a position better than you originally thought that you wanted to be in. If we could all have everything we wanted at the snap of the finger, it would take a lot of the fun out of life. And so it's important to just make the best of a situation you're in, and it could allow you to enjoy what's on the other side of that situation a lot more. I think one of the biggest diseases that plagues our society is the disease of comparison. And, coming to MUSC, there's a lot of decent-sized fish in a pretty small pond, being that you may have been the smartest kid at your previous school or the hardest worker, but essentially so was the next person sitting right beside you, and all the other students here in the programs at MUSC. And, I mean, even if you are the smartest person in your class, you're not going to compete with Dr. Haney in cardiology, and you're not going to compete with Dr. Steard in diabetes. So, yeah, there's that. But that's all okay. We're all in a race, and we're all in a pharmacy race here, but it still looks a little bit different for each of us. Some of us have families, some of us have different undergraduate degrees, and some of us have even been a scuba diver and a hypnotist. But I say all that to say that it's important to know that you may not get an A on every single test. You may not get the job or the residency that you knew was just perfect for you. And there's going to be times where you see people in a position and you think, man, they're in such a better position than I am currently in life. But it's important just to focus on yourself and run your own race. There's a video I saw in high school called The Disease of More. And it reads, "In regards to placing your value on success, it can never satisfy you. If you place your value on money, there's no amount of money that will ever fulfill you. If you place your value on possessions, you can never have enough. It's like a hamster wheel. It just doesn't stop. If you place your importance on things that are like appreciation, gratitude, and love, it's like those things, that is enough. We have enough of that in each of us to go around," end quote. Don't get me wrong. I think it's still important to work diligently and take advantage of all the opportunities that come your way, wherever you are in life. But just always keep in the back of your mind the importance of you'll always be exactly where you need to be, and make sure you focus on yourself and run your own race. My second point, improve every day. My transition to Clemson was a lot more stressful in terms of just the academic workload my first year into pharmacy school. And I think for all of those that have experienced that transition from P1 to P2 year, you know what it takes. It takes a lot more preparation and just a whole different approach to studying. And, I think whether it's preparing for a test or improving outcomes in a real world setting or just a hobby you enjoy, I think it's important to take time every day to improve. I remember attending a PLS leadership conference earlier this year, and one of the requirements before we went into the conference was that we had to fill out this pie chart. And in this pie chart, we had to list all of the different hours that we spent doing things throughout the week. And so I remember looking at my pie chart after I had everything kind of tallied up, and I had a decent amount for like mandatory class time and study time, and I had a decent amount for sleep, going to work. I was kind of surprised at all the video games, how that was adding up, and the social media. But nonetheless, as we were all coming back to compare like the similarities and the differences between each of our pie charts, the leader of the conference asked a question: what do you value? And many of us said things like our families, our health, our mental, physical health, becoming a good provider. Then a follow-up question was asked: how much time in a day or in a week do you spend doing the things that you say you really value? And at the time, I was still a P3. I was in my last semester of the curriculum, and I thought I was doing pretty well. Had pretty decent grades. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a Dr. Chessman, I'm not a Dr. LaPointe, I'm nowhere near any of their levels. But I thought I was doing pretty good as far as my grades went. And so, I thought, hey, like I'm doing okay. So yeah, I'm doing fine. But I would say it wasn't until I got out on my rotation with Dr. Mike Corvino, my first rotation on my P4 year, that I could see, hey, I've already been through all of this curriculum, and I can finally see what I'm really responsible for knowing and the extent that it's really going to impact the patients that I'm seeing. So we got about midway through that rotation, and there's an evaluation that you get every time you go into a rotation. And Dr. Corvino says, hey, man, you're killing it. You're doing a great job. Keep up the good work, like flying colors. And internally, though, I could see that there was a different level to which he knew his material. He knew everything with every patient like the back of his hand, and that it placed a lot of trust with his providers, his fellow providers, and also with his patients. And I could see that from the outside looking in, and so he was an inspiration in me, really taking the time to go the extra mile every day. And just taking that time every day is something that I've realized over time. It's helped me improve as far as my pharmacotherapy basis. That's something that's really helped me. And my philosophy is 15 to 20 minutes a day. I challenge everybody listening, everybody on this call, everybody in this room, even my audio guy. Challenge yourself to whatever it is in life that you do on a weekly basis. Take 15 to 20 minutes after you're finished for the day, and really take that time to do a little bit more research, to look a little bit more into something that you're not perfect on. There's always another disease state, always another drug, always another trial that you can study. And it wasn't until I got out on this rotation that I really started to get it really clicking for me. Last month, I did a rotation at an Indian Health Service up in Montana, and it was absolutely amazing. Did a lot of hiking, and it was absolutely stunning for those of you that saw the pictures. But one of the most important things that I heard on that rotation came from a rising P2 student. It's one of my good friends I made up there. His name's Nano. He's one of the members of the Blackfeet tribe up on the reservation. And so I was just kind of telling Nano about my philosophy of like, hey, man, 15 to 20 minutes a day, like, you got this. Like, just put in 15 minutes, and let's just see where this month goes. And so as that rotation was wrapping up, got to maybe the last couple weeks or so, and I was starting to find like little sticky notes around the pharmacy with notes on either atrial fibrillation or CKD. And so I thought it was pretty cool to see, everything kind of clicking together and him starting to really take note of everything. And his mother also worked at the hospital, and she invited us over for dinner, it being our last week. And so as I got over there, we were enjoying the food, and her son Nano had stepped out for a second, and she had said to me, "Hey, like, what did you do to my son? Like, why is he's acting a little bit different?" And I asked her, like, I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, he's studying in the summer. Like, what did you do to my son? And she was just really, really excited and thrilled to see him. Like, he was coming to rounds with me in the morning and taking the time to do some extra studying at home, even after he got off a full day of working. And so that was pretty cool to hear. And on the one of the last couple of days of that rotation, he came up to me. He's like, "Man, this is crazy. You've genuinely made learning fun for me again." And I thought that was really important and really inspiring for me to hear. We all have so much information at the tips of our fingers every single day, no matter if it's pharmacy related or not. 15 to 20 minutes a day, just extra after you're done doing, and it doesn't have to be pharmacy related, whatever hobby you have or whatever you enjoy doing, just take 15, 20 minutes and really spend some time with something, and you'll end up realizing that, hey, when something sparks my curiosity, you'll end up spending a lot more time than 15 to 20 minutes. But I mean, when each of you guys get home today and lay your head down on the pillow and kind of think about the day and reflect on everything, ask yourself, did I do something to improve today? Did I give my absolute all in every single thing I did? Did I not cut any corners? And if you can't say no to any of those questions, then I challenge you to ask yourself why not. I'll close with my final point: cherish the now. Whether you're an incoming student, a current P4, a pharmacist, faculty, audio guy, or none of the above, I'm sure that we can all relate to, the old days. I'm here to tell everybody, right now are the old days. I feel like this life can just go flying by if you let it. And as I was preparing to move out of Clemson and move into Charleston, I remember reflecting on, all the memories. I was saying my final goodbyes, thinking about all the good times I had with all of my friends. And I was really unaware to the fact that at the time, I was making some of the best memories that I was going to carry with me for the rest of my life. And, I think a piece of advice that we've all heard is to enjoy the process or live in the moment, or as I like to call it, be present. Whether it's listening to Dean Hall talk about rituximab or listening to Dr. Soltis talk about some pressure volume loops. I know we love those. I really want to encourage everybody to, no matter what it is, if it's family related or friend related, be present, put away your phone, and enjoy right now to the fullest extent. And I think that giving your full, undivided attention is one of the most important things that you can do, especially for like clear communication between both patients, providers, family, friends. It really goes a long way if you just pay attention to what's right in front of you. I think that we all live in this society where between, your cell phone, social media, Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, we have this dopamine saturated society where, you can have instant gratification at your fingertips 24 hours, 7 days a week, And I promise you, whenever you're in class on that computer, those professors can tell whenever you're texting or whenever you're on Amazon. So I just want y'all to know that. But in all seriousness, truly engage with what's right in front of you. It may be something that you're not super interested in, or it's something that you don't think is important, but it's important enough to the person that's in front of you to be talking about it with you. And so, take the time to give it to the respect of showing your full attention. And I know everybody has their own life. You know, you all have your own life full of thousands of experiences that you've had from your own frame of reference that, you know, not even your mom, your best friend, or your spouse will ever be able to know how you've experienced it exactly from your frame of reference. And that's okay, you know. That is exactly fine, just how it is. But everybody has something that's important to them, you know. And if they're taking their time out of their day to tell you about something, I think you should give it the respect of giving it your full attention. I can happily say that when I reflect on the past 3 years, ongoing 4 years here at the College of Pharmacy, I've made some really good memories. I've lived in the moment, and I'm going to cherish my time here a lot. In closing, run your own race. Don't get lost in the disease of comparison or the disease of more. 2, improve every day. Make sure you take time to spend a little bit of time with what's important. You know, we all have the means to improve in all regards each and every day, whether it's pharmacy related or not. Take advantage of it. 3, cherish the now. Attend to what you're doing in life, because this life is right in front of you. You know, it'll go right by you if you let it, and everything you need is right in front of you. 3 concepts I find very simple yet very important. Again, thank you all for considering me to speak before you all today. I want to say a huge thank you again to the donors. Your contributions are a great proponent in us and our academic career. So huge thank you on behalf of all the recipients. We really, really thank you guys. Thank you all for letting me speak before everybody today, and I'm sure everybody's hungry and ready to get out and get something to eat, so I'll let you guys go. But thank you for your time. Dean Hall, how are we doing?
Bernard, thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing with us today your service and leadership to the college. And I will always remember your remarks about be like water. I can't agree more with that analogy. As we wrap up today's ceremony, our students wanted to have the chance to personally show their appreciation in a very COVID-era fashion way. We will switch to gallery view so you are able to see the signs of appreciation from all of us. Thank you for being here today with us and all you have done for the college. It remains an honor and privilege to serve as the Dean of the MUSC College of Pharmacy. And I am forever grateful for your support, commitment, and dedication. Please know that my door is always open if I can ever be of service to you. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.